You wanna know one of the real holy grails of the fragrance world? This, Gucci Envy. If you wanna smell like the man, this stuff will do that. The only problem, it's crazy expensive because it's discontinued. I'm not gonna launch that off the table. I thought about it for half a second. But I do have 10 other fragrances that are also holy grails. Top-notch stuff. We're talking stuff that smells nice. Hey friends, Ash here, welcome back to Gents. Hope you're well. All of these are linked in the description. I'm gonna start things off with a scent that most of you would absolutely not think of as a holy grail fragrance. Versace Pour Homme. A lot of people are gonna say, nah, this is just boring, it's generic, it's lame. But to me, Versace Pour Homme has always been that fragrance that I can count on. Spring, summer, this stuff smells great. People love it. And yeah, I get it. It's not like the most complex thing ever. It's not the most expensive thing ever. It is kind of like the bottle looks, you know, just standard, clean, classy. It's very airy, it's fresh, it has kind of an aquatic feel to it to an extent. Clean florals in there, nice bit of fruity sweetness in the opening. It's a compliment magnet. It's maybe not the strongest fragrance ever, but you don't really want it to be. And frankly, you can just spray this on crazy heavy if you wanted to, because again, it's not that expensive. You can buy this for cheap from discounters and go crazy with it. It smells similar to Chanel's Allure Homme Sport. It smells a little similar to Missoni Wave. Though between the three, this one is, to me, the freshest of the bunch. And there's a lot to be said for fragrances that just work for you. You know, fragrances that just put you in a good mood, that you know you can grab, spray, and go and not think about. And this has always been that for me. So Versace Pour Homme, I know to a lot of people, it's boring, but if you're honest with yourselves, there's a fragrance in your collection or in your past that does the same thing for you. Maybe it's Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. Maybe it's the original Invictus. Maybe it's your Car Noir. Maybe it's something completely different than any of those, but there's a fragrance that you love that you know deep down, if you said this is a holy grail, there would be some people putting their nose up in the air at it. But that's okay, because you gotta wear what you wanna wear and what you like. Let's get a little more expensive up next. Tom Ford, right here, Eau d'Ombre Leather. Now the Ombre Leather line is one that I really, really like. And I'll tell you why. It smells rich, bordering opulent as far as designer fragrances go, but it's wearable and at the same time gives you a really nice, refined, masculine edge. And this one, Eau d'Ombre Leather, nice little touch of vanilla in there, makes things more wearable in more situations. You also have a nice, fresh, spicy pop off the top. Ginger in there, cardamom, smells great. A bigger compliment puller if that's important to you compared to the original Ombre Leather. Solid performance, just a top-notch fragrance. The only drawback is it's a Tom Ford, which is not really a drawback in the sense that, you know, it's a brand everybody knows and everybody knows is expensive, but that last word there, expensive, that's the only drawback. If you want a Tom Ford, you have to pay for a Tom Ford. And that means you're gonna pay more than you would for almost any other designer brand. Almost any other, pretty much every other designer brand actually. Unless you're getting into the weeds with like super specific private line type stuff. And even then you can do that with Tom Ford too, so yay. Ooh. The next fragrance, guys, brand new. At least as of when I'm filming this video. And I'm including it because it makes me happy. I sound like Simple Jack. You make me happy. You make me happy. It is the One Parfum by Dolce Gabbana. So why do I like this so much? Why does it make me happy? Well, a couple reasons. The first one, I just like how it smells. That's the most important thing. And I do like it a bunch. Gonna be getting a bunch of use out of it. Other reason, Dolce Gabbana brought the One back. I've been kind of, you know, complaining about that a little bit, that Dolce & Gabbana, they just keep releasing K flankers, which, you know, they still do that. But yeah, K flankers and the occasional light blue summertime flanker, and they just abandoned the One, which was actually always my favorite line from the house. So it's like, oh, it's back, yes! Because it seemed like they were just, you know, leaving it for dead, essentially. They upgraded the atomizer, nice. And this right here takes the One DNA, you know, that sexy, warm, kind of tobacco forward scent profile, modernizes it, makes it heavier, gives it more deepness, more richness, more depth, just elevates that scent profile. And I love how it comes across. Fresh and warm spices mixed with labdanum, nice warmth and sweetness, the tobacco in there and woodiness as well. The One Parfum, this stuff, really good. I am so glad that they brought the One back. Now we just gotta hope they don't screw it up. But look, they did put really nice itty bitty tiny notes inside of the box. Thank you for choosing Dolce Gabbana. This fragrance has been created in Italy using only the highest quality raw materials. Make this a thing, tiny little notes from designer brands where they thank you. Oh, that's really nice. Oh. The next scent is one that sometimes gets totally overlooked nowadays, but it is absolutely a masterpiece. As much of a masterpiece as Gucci and me, I don't know, but it's still good. Before that though, code updates. The JOMASHOP codes have changed. So make sure that if you're shopping there, you use these new codes and they only work within the app. They also got codes for all these other stores as well. So anytime you shop at these stores, use those codes. What is it, boys? It is Valentino Uomo. Not born in Roma, not intense, just regular boring old Valentino Uomo. Though it is changed compared to when it first came out, and you can tell the new version because of this cap on the top. Originally, it was just a built-in atomizer. Born in Roma is basically the only thing that Valentino cares about right now. They just announced recently the new Purple Melancholia, born in Roma. So it's kind of one of those deals where if you want the original Uomo, scoop it before it's gone. This is gonna be for people like myself that really like iris in their fragrances. This is iris forward, so it could remind you a little bit of some other things out there, like the original Dior Homme, for example. The iris that's in here is sweet, but also very airy, effervescent, almost sparkling when you first spray it on. You also have a touch of citrus in here, vetiver that gives you a nice bit of woodiness and also some spice as well. But really, it is all about the iris, and I think it smells absolutely fantastic. It is more of a classy kind of scent, but you can wear it casually if you wanted to. You can get good versatility, good usage out of it. Just be aware that if you are one of those guys out there that does hate the iris, probably want to skip this one. But if you love iris, make sure you get it before it's gone. And to be clear, when I say that, I'm not saying it's going away tomorrow or next week or whatever. Just one of those deals where, the writing's on the wall. Born in Roma is Valentino now. Next up, another new fragrance, but this one is a reformulation, which is, it's kind of a dirty word in fragrances, On rare occasion, you get reformulations that are better, but for the most part, people are creatures of habit. You don't like things changing on you. You don't like something that you have enjoyed for a long time getting different. You could kind of liken it to a restaurant, something like that. So a restaurant that you frequent and you get the same thing. You know what it is, you know how it tastes, you like it.
The finest eating establishment ever established for eating.
And then you come in one day, name is the same, right? Exact same name, same dish that you get every time. So you order it, and then they bring it out, and it's completely different. You just go, what the F is this? This is not what I ordered. I got the same thing that I've been ordering for the last 5 years that I know I like. That's what I ordered, thanks. And the chef comes out and just goes, oh yeah, we just got rid of it, actually. We're never gonna make that again. There is a store down the road who has some of the old stuff that we made, how it used to be. And you can go there and buy it for 10 times more if you want. That's an option. Or you can eat this new one that we made that tastes like dog balls, but it has the same name. So you should just eat it and be happy. It has the same name. To which you say, I don't want to eat dog balls, and they look at you in the face and go, it has the same name. Just eat it. In my mind, that's how it plays out when fragrance companies go, by the way, we completely changed this fragrance, and go F yourselves. Thanks, brands. So this is one of those, and it is different, but I gotta say, it's growing on me. I like it a lot. Do I like it as much as the original one? No, actually no. But I still like it. It's Y Le Parfum. As I just said, the all black version, I like that one more. But this version is at least really good. So, you know, we'll take the wins where we can get them. It's not as sweet as Y Eau de Parfum. It's also really not as sweet as the original Y Le Parfum. This one is a little bit woodier. So you've got pine in here as one of the main notes, for example. So you're gonna get more of that kind of scent profile. It definitely smells like a Y, don't get me wrong. Like you smell this next to Y Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, the original Le Parfum, all those. And you can tell, like, yeah, it's got the same DNA, but it has a little bit more of a masculine lean to it because it does dial that sweetness back. I think if you were gonna take shots at this one, the main issue would be that it's not quite different enough. It does kind of fall in with the other Y fragrances, but I do really like Y, so I don't mind too much. But I do like the original more. So it's a holy grail with an asterisk. The next scent is one that has just grown on me absurd amounts. This is legitimately at this point like a top 3 designer fragrance for me that I just reach for constantly. It is bottled Absolu. This stuff is like MSG. You gotta have more. You know, it enhances the flavor. It's a little similar to Carlisle from Parfums de Marly. It is just a rich patchouli that is nicely sweetened and kind of decadent in a way, but then also at the same time is not overbearing, not overdone with that. I've gotten a ton of compliments wearing this winter because I've actually been wearing it a bunch. And it's kind of interesting, like the different ways that people perceive this. I've had some people give me reactions where they think it smells like almost animalic in a way, which came across in a really positive way, but I don't really get the animalic vibe so much, but they were. And then other people were saying, you know, it just smells sexy, it smells classy, just a whole lot of reactions with this one. It projects further than you anticipate. Like when you're wearing it, it pushes off really, really well. And it's just like a magnet. Like this stuff is nuts. For me at least, bottled Absolu absolutely crushes, and it is easily, far and away, my favorite Hugo Boss right now. It just kind of shot right up the rankings, and at this point, like I would take this over any other scent from the house. And they have some really good ones. They have some crap ones too, but they have some really good ones as well. So, also this right here, Scandal Absolu. They did just announce a new Scandal Elixir. I know, it's like, oh great, really unique name, Elixir. But that one sounds like it could be good. It does have cherry, and I like cherry as a note. This one has Mirabelle Plum. Like right off the top, you get it immediately. Almost has like a dessert aspect to it when you smell it. Like cake to an extent, like a really, really sexy cakiness. So you got Mirabelle Plum in here. Also has kind of a vanilla scent profile. Officially not a note. There's also chestnut in here and sandalwood as well. Fantastic performance, lasts forever, projects heavily. Another one that gets you noticed, amazing during fall and winter time. This stuff, one of my favorites as well. Oh, and you can't go wrong with this, Sauvage Elixir. It is expensive. Yeah, so there is that, but this really hits the spot for me. So you've got spice, kind of licorice woods, and it has a throwback vibe to it to me. It smells modern. It has a really nice, lively opening, very sparkly in a sense, while still having great performance, but it has like a throwback to the 80s kind of aspect to it, which I really dig. It doesn't smell straight up like an 80s fragrance, but it is like Back to the Future, you know, like take something from the 80s and shoot it forward to now. Even though technically Back to the Future, they were going back to the 80s, but you know what I'm saying. Sauvage Elixir is also interesting to me because this was almost the blueprint for what an elixir is supposed to be, or what people viewed it as what it was supposed to be. Elixir is going to be more expensive, which that is. It's going to be stronger. It's going to be, you know, classier. It's going to have more depth to it. Maybe take a little risk. Maybe do something a little bit outside the boundaries of what the line is typically known for. That's what this kind of set up, right? And for a whole bunch of people out there, Sauvage Elixir elevated the Sauvage line, because Sauvage had been known for just, you know, screaming for attention. And then Sauvage Elixir comes out and it's really strong, but it had that classiness to it, you know, that kind of classic masculine vibe, and it elevated that whole line. It kind of just put Sauvage on its shoulders and just up a whole nother tier. And then they came out with Sauvage Eau Forte sometime later, which was it was different. Instead of being a masculine, woody, spicy beast, it looked like white goo was being sprayed onto you.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
And it had just a flat, fresh, sweet lavender kind of vibe. They need to recapture what they're doing with the line. But Sauvage Elixir, still good. And I cannot talk about Holy Grails without Acqua di Gio. And yes, I know, Acqua di Gio, it's one of those choices where it's been out for a long time. Everyone has smelled it, possibly everyone has worn it, but it holds a really special place in my heart. And I love Profondo Eau de Parfum. Profondo Eau de Parfum and Acqua di Gio Parfum. As of now, I think those are the two best ones. It's like if you were gonna only own two, probably those. Really nice and fresh, but also has a minerality to it. It has a more contemporary take on the Acqua di Gio DNA compared to like Acqua di Gio Eau de Toilette. A little bit green also, nice touch of citrus, a little bit biting off the top, bracing, extremely clean, classy. And even though it has been around for decades, it still works. And I'll always have one regardless, so I have to put it in there. Last but not least, Rossa Black. Thought about going with the other black Prada bottle, Prada L'Homme Intense, but just had to go with this one. Prada L'Homme Intense though is also really good. So with this, you have Angelica, you have Patchouli, but Amber and Tonka gonna be the main things. You also technically have a little touch of citrus off the top, but you're not gonna get a whole lot of that. It's dark, it's mysterious, it's sexy. It smells similar to Midnight in Paris and Bulgari Black, both of which are discontinued nowadays. To me, it feels like the type of fragrance you're gonna wear if you're going out on an evening on the town, wearing a suit, you know, going to some really upscale, nice places, and you don't want to wear something that's too, you know, like boozy forward or too woodsy. This is like the cure for that. You know, it gives you something a little bit different. It's its own vibe. There's not really anything else out there that smells like Rossa Black because the other ones I mentioned are discontinued. And it just kind of scratches an itch for me. You know, every time I smell it, I'm just like, stuff rules. So there we go, 10 different Holy Grail fragrances for me right now. One with a bit of an asterisk, but it has grown on me, so I wanted to show it a little love. I wanna thank you guys for hanging with me. Let me know in the comments some of the fragrances that you consider your own Holy Grails, but they have to be ones like Versace Pour Homme over here, like stuff that you know other people would get snooty with you, but to you, it's a Holy Grail. Thank you so much for hanging with me, guys. Stay safe out there. I hope you have a great 2026. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.